Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, so today, just looking at the cards that came out, it looks like closure in a really big way. I want to highlight, only a few cards came out, and then it made me want to look at the chart for the eclipse coming up on Saturday. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But first, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the middle of the Sun card and the World. And I love how these two cards are so similar looking to each other. But when I looked at this, I just felt, check that eclipse, you know. So I do like that the Queen of Pentacles is highlighted. Again, whatever gender you are, be the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles knows her fucking worth. She knows her value. She knows where she's going. She is in it for the long haul, and so she plants seeds with every intention of nourishing those into being and seeing them develop to fruition. And so it's about investing in yourself, only allowing those people into your life who truly value you and are investing in you. And with the Sun card here, I really love just these three cards together especially. But the Sun card, it says, you know, it's about shining your authentic brilliance. It's about being creative and enthusiastic and childlike. And again, letting that light shine. And so I really like that she's anchored down into this creativity. So it feels like being your most authentic self is where that true value comes in. And it's like, no shit, but you know, some people create superficial value around themselves, and this just feels very authentic. And then also it feels like this self-worth, self-love, self-value has also come from closure. The World card, that's the completion of major cycles, where some cards can be about like ending chapters. This is about ending the book, or leaving the whole fucking library, or leaving the old world and coming to the new world where you find yourself sitting on top. All right, so these are the main ones. Then moving forward, this was actually the first card out. It's the Three of Wands, and you know, the proverbial watching your ships come in. It kind of feels like, again, going into the eclipse energy, which I'll talk about in a sec. It does look like there was a release. We'll get to that too. Actually, we'll go to that one really quick. We've got the Five of Cups and then the Lovers card. This is the only deck I have that I don't do reversals, and so I don't bring it out very often, but you wanted to do the reading today. Maybe it was to point me to that eclipse, so whatever. But this Five of Cups with the Lovers. So this looks like, you know, a relationship that was really hard to get over, or a really hard decision that was hard to get over. Probably a relationship, but you know, whatever. With the Five of Cups, I always say honor the grief. Honor the grief, whatever it is, whatever disappointment this was, whether it was a relationship or just some situation that you had to make a hard choice or was disappointing or whatever. This Five of Cups is just, you know, whatever, the disappointment is real, the grief is real. But then the point of the cup, or the cup, the point of the card is that once you're done grieving, when you're ready, you can stand up and see two cups are still standing. And beyond that, there's a bridge that leads to a castle. There's a whole new adventure waiting for you. And so, so it kind of looks like then you've got the Six of Pentacles after that. So it does kind of feel like maybe after this grieving, you found that you weren't alone, and some generous influences came into your life. This can be in the form of friends, or if the loss was financial, it could have been financial assistance. It could have been multiple things. But it feels like in this journey, this just feels like it's been a long journey where you've got the World there, that it's taken you a long time to get back on that journey and to find yourself back in there. And the way to finding your value again is by celebrating your authentic creative expression. And then you've got this Three of Wands, which is about maybe those things that were on the horizon. And looking over at these cards, it kind of feels like maybe you had put yourself on hold to start a new path with somebody else, and maybe that path only went so far, and so then you know, maybe you lost direction for a little while. And I just kind of feel like with these three cards and this one, that maybe you remember the path that you were meant to be on all along. Maybe now your soul's creative urge can be a lot clearer. The call of your soul or whatever can be a lot clearer after having dealt with this and having faced whatever is inside of you that would magnetize situations and people that don't honor your value, and that for whatever reason, maybe this path that calls to you, maybe you've found many throughout your life or something, depending on how old you are or whatever, but maybe you've allowed others to be your excuse to not move forward on your destined path, because self-sabotage is a thing and we all still do it. And if you're in that place right now, maybe you can allow this eclipse to like vacuum that sabotage, those patterns, bring it to light, and then allow it to vacuum away so that now you have space open to follow your path and allow the universe to truly, reward you. I don't know if reward is even the right word. Allow the universe to truly flow in all that you truly are, all that you are truly divinely, synchronistically aligned to, if you allow yourself to flow in your soul's direction. All right, so now talking about the eclipse a little bit. So the sun will be in Scorpio, the moon will be in Taurus, and just that axis itself, it's all about worth. It's about, it's where the first house is I am, me, I, me, mine. The second house is my stuff, my worth, my beauty, my belongings, my money, it's all about that sort of thing. And yes, it's ruled by Venus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Obviously Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. So it's interesting too that Mars will be conjunct Mercury when the eclipse is happening, and it's only like 5 or 6 degrees, I think 5 and 6 degrees away from the sun. Mars and Mercury so they're pretty close to the sun during the eclipse, and that's in Scorpio. Mars is a co-ruler of Scorpio, so there's something very emphasized about that. And while it could be kind of volatile, I feel like with that Mercury placement and then with the eclipse energy going on, maybe and also just the way the chart is, it puts it in the 8th house of that moment. It does kind of feel like I don't know, I'm getting kind of a sense of serendipity, some sort of sense of like, almost like a deja vu, but not really a deja vu, because that's more of a recall, but more of a, like a thinning of a veil. It's almost like a tying together of multiple timelines, and a true moment of destiny, true moment of fate can really happen on Saturday. And it feels like a lot will be revealed, because then the moon is in Taurus, and then exactly opposing Mars and Mercury will be Jupiter. And so they're both in Taurus. And so while we're on this axis of Taurus and Scorpio, which is about value, mine and the others, and also secrets in Scorpio, and other things. Taurus rules the voice, so it could be spoken. I kind of get a sense that maybe secrets will be unveiled. This can be good or bad, I guess. But kind of what I'm getting with this is that there's a possible like side scenario that I feel like there could be confessions of love, or just some sort of romantic confessions maybe coming in. I'm just kind of channeling that, so don't hang your hat on it, but ultimately it is about you valuing you, and maybe it could be closure to whatever this situation was. So whatever confessions come out, maybe it's not confessions of love for reconciliation, but confessions to help bring closure to whatever that cycle was. Closure. All right. That's all I have for today. Peace and love until next time.